Love is blind, love is real. I do and I will, and I'll fight and I'll heal all from within my will. I'll bring and I'll spin and I work and Hey guys, and welcome back to the Blaq Lyfe. Today we're talking about ed-u-ma-cation in America. That's right, we're talking about how education affects Blacks across America. Stay tuned. Have education available to each and every child in our country, regardless of race, age, religion, gender, class, or even legal status. And that's something to say. And it's here to make sure that we enrich the lives of all America's youth. Schools are getting all of the funding, and that's great. That's nice and all, but they need to spread the wealth. Going to have everything. They're going to have plasma TVs, a student parking lot. The food's going to be great. You're going to have a great time. You're going to have all the sports, all the extracurricular activities available. Go Tyler. But if your name is Tyrone, your ass is going to the beat up school down the street with the horrible environment. You're going past drug dealers on your way up in there that's going to offer you a better way than the educational path your mama got you on. The school ain't going to have no money. The food going to suck. The kids going to be rude as hell. You're going to be dealing with bullies. The teachers ain't really going to want to be bothered with you. They're going to throw your black ass in the school to prison pipeline. And you're basically be dumb all your life and never able to keep up with your peers, and just you'll probably be poor forever. But hey, cute kid. In order for Black families in America today to truly move forward as a community, we have to make sure that we're invested in our schools. We have to make sure that as much as possible we're able to ourselves as a community give our schools some type of funding or some type of back support so that they're able to educate our students in the best way possible. But if you happen to be one of the parents that unfortunately has to send their child to a public school that's less than perfect, you have to make sure that you rally up your community, your family, and your friends. You want to make sure that you're staying on top of your child at all times, giving them the encouragement and the support that they need. Don't ever leave it up to the public school system to graduate your child. We also need to make sure that we are voting in all of our elections to make sure that we're being counted, because it's one of the best ways to make sure that our schools and all of our other resources in the community get the funding that they really deserve. And if you're able to homeschool your kids, then maybe that's the best option for you. At least you know that they're in a safe environment, they're getting the individualized attention that they need, and they'll still learn. I don't think that as a community we necessarily should be 100% dependent on the public school systems to graduate our children. So many of our children get left behind or unfortunately get put into the school to prison pipeline. And that's every parent's worst nightmare. There are charter schools or even Catholic schools. I myself sent my child to a charter school and I'm very, very happy of the education that she's receiving there. But even the public schools in some areas are really good. And if you happen to be in an area where your public school is phenomenal, then I guess there's no reason why you shouldn't send your child there. But if you happen to be one of the parents that unfortunately has to send their child to a school that's less than perfect, I wouldn't give up all hope. I would still make sure that my family and my community backs this child, because you're going to have to make sure that that child is on the right path. And you want to make sure that that child doesn't get left behind or forgotten about in the public school system. Thank you guys for joining me for this episode of The Blaq Lyfe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Love is blind, love is real. I do and I will, and I'll fight and I'll heal all from within my will. I'll bring and I'll spin and I'll